Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 418. My name is Dan, and I shall be your host today. So, cheers to you all. So, I can't even do a thing. It's the same crystal glass, it's too full. No. So, if you're wondering why that's water, is because one of us yesterday did a live stream regarding Kiss, and one of us had a little too much wine, and one of us has a headache today, and hint, it's not you. So that's why there's only water today. So I'm taping this on a Sunday. So before we start off, if you do like this type of content, please like and subscribe, tell your friends, hit the little thumbs up and the little bell before we to be notified when I publish new content like this. Wow, I still got a little minor headache here. But anyway, we'll get through this here. So, with all that's going on in the world right now, a lot of negativity. So I'm like, how about I just make a fun episode for everyone to enjoy? You can bring your kids to play along. This is going to be a guess the TV theme song. Okay, so still about music. So what's going to happen is I have 10 theme songs here, and at the end, I'll tell you what the theme songs are. But if you want to try to guess while the episode is playing, go ahead. Write in the comments if you wish. So they are in alphabetical order, so no order of preference. I'm going to give a small hint description as to what the TV show is. So that's how this game is going to work here. So we'll be listening to 10 TV theme songs that I love, of course, and we'll go from there. So this first one here, I'm not going to tell you what it is, of course. You need to try to guess here, and then we'll listen to the theme song. So first one was a live action sci-fi TV show that came around the Star Wars craze back in the late 70s, okay? That's basically all you need to know. I believe this theme song is quite popular. It's a long one, but I'm not going to put the whole thing, obviously, there. So, shall we go and listen to the first track? So, we'll be back in a few. Okay. And that was track one. Did you guess what it was? Again, I'll let you guys know at the end. And before some people say in the comments, why didn't you put this TV show or that TV show? I'm only going strictly with instrumentals where there's no lyrics. Sometimes these lyrics would give away the theme show. So this is going to be all instrumentals. All right. So this next one is a cartoon, okay? Very popular here in the North America in the 70s, but it was originally a Japanese cartoon. I'm not going to say the name. The theme song in Japan wasn't, well, it wasn't my cup of tea. I'm not going to say if it sucks or not there. It wasn't my cup of tea. The North American one is much more my cup of tea and is in same league as the one you just heard, okay? Unfortunately, the American animators decided to, again, try to cash in on the Star Wars crave at the time there. So anyway, let's see if you can guess what this one. This was, again, this was huge when I was a kid. Loved the TV. Sorry, I think I even loved the theme song more than the TV show or the North American TV show, but it was still very good. So here is the next one. And that was number 2. Now for number 3. Once again, off taken from the Star Wars craze. I said crave before, it should be craze. This also is based on the Star Wars craze. The hint, the lead actor passed away maybe a month ago. I'm recording this January 25th, 2026. So if you're watching this episode in 3 years, well, it happened in 2026 or maybe late 2025. I forget exactly when. But anyway, great theme song also. I think even the theme song is better than the show itself. But show, it's campy, but fun also. I watched it as a kid. I have them all on DVD also. So enjoy the next one. Try to guess what it is. And we shall be back again. All right, and now that was number 3. So number 4, one of my favorite TV shows ever, definitely my top 5. I'm not even gonna describe this one here. If you've never heard this, you've probably been living under a rock. So check this one out, and we shall be right back once again. All right, that was number 4. Now for number 5. If someone here actually know this one here, I'd actually be very impressed. The other ones were, I mean, they're known, they're household names. This one really is not a household name. Probably one of the most original sci-fi TV shows out there. It was a Australian and American contribution here, so both. And the joke at the time was that nobody knew what this was. They heard the name, they never found out, they never knew what the TV show was. So this is another sci-fi TV show, quite original. And I'm just curious to see if you guys actually know this one here. So here's number 5. All right, that was number 5. Number 6. If you thought that last one was weird, this one's even weirder as a TV show anyway. I used to try and watch this as a teen, did not like it. I appreciate it more now because it's really different. It was a Canadian and German contribution here. And I mean, the effects were a little cheap at times. This was a 90s TV show, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's different, quite original, just not as original as the one just before that. So let's see if anyone can guess what this next one is.
The O-A-O, home varay. The O-A-Ra, Jarum Branin G. The O-A-O, home varay. The O-A-Ra, Jarum Branin G. The O-A-Ra, Jarum Branin G.
All right, that was number 6. Now, number 7 is a fairly recent TV show, so I'm going to give you a hint. It's a Marvel TV show, but Marvel Netflix TV show. And when I first heard the theme song, I was like, my God, this song is so appropriate. The theme song is so appropriate with the superhero character and the where he's from and who he is. I'm not gonna make but anyway, see if you can get this one. Could be a tough one if you don't watch Marvel TV shows, but this is another great song here, so enjoy, and then we shall be back again. All right, and now for the next one, we're going back to sci-fi once again. This one was another 70s TV show, lasted 2 seasons. Great theme song. The lead actor, he's had a great career. Okay, let me put it that way there. So you definitely, well, you guys will probably know who the lead actor is, but again, you got to go. It's a 70s TV show here. I believe he's still alive. I think so. But anyway, it was sort of popular. It's like a cult favorite type of sci-fi show here. So enjoy this next one here, and we shall be back again. All right, still with me here, guys. We got two more. Okay, so this next one here, this is really an obscure one, but as a kid, this show creeped me out or scared me just for the concept of it. And again, at the end of this episode, I'll tell you all about what these shows are if you haven't guessed what these are. But yeah, this was Canada made, extremely cheap, great theme song. What else can I say there? If ever there's a sci-fi TV show that deserves a reboot, this is it. Okay, the idea is so good, but just very poorly executed and cheaply made at the time. This was early 70s here. So let's see if you can actually guess what this one is. All right, and now the last one here, and this is a very short clip here. This was another Canadian TV show. Really, this one actually based on heavy metal, comedy, and one of the rare shows when it got canceled after season 2. I got extremely upset, and it was also like the fans were so upset it got canceled that it got a finale-ish like Firefly did with Serenity, but they, after getting canceled after season 2, they made a cartoon movie to end the story, which compared to the TV show was just like like that's not what I wanted to have the show end. But anyway, if you can actually guess what this is, I'll actually be impressed. So check out this one here, and then we shall be back finally to let you know what these TV shows are. So see you then in a few. Told you that was a very short song. It's a 7 minute song. It wasn't really based on the intro, but that's how it was made about heavy metal. All right, now time to let you know what these TV shows are. So, number one was Battlestar Galactica. So that's the one that was really based on the Star Wars craze. Very popular show, but apparently the rumor is, or was it cost way too much money, and they spent all their money on episode one, where when special effects, I should say, there, and all these special effects were kind of reused for every episode after that. And after that came Galactica 80, which was a total flop, only lasted 6 episodes. And then came the reboot, which was actually very critically acclaimed. So number one was Battlestar Galactica. Number two was Battle of the Planets. So the Japanese original show was called Gatchaman, with a different theme song, but then the American market got a hold of it and made it their own with a different intro, which is actually a lot better if you ask me. But it came with, the North American version came with its little cheesiness too. Again, with the Star Wars craze, you had animators install, or had a little R2D2 type robot, which would kind of, put one scene together like a band-aid or whatever there. And when the cast of G-Force was there, as a kid, I always wondered why it was drawn differently. Well, that's why, because they took the Japanese show, transferred it to North America, but they had to add a few little inserts when they added Zark 7, especially when he talked to the team of G-Force. So yeah, it is what it is, but great show, fun as a kid there. Even better theme song. Next up was another Star Wars craze, a ripoff or tribute, whatever you want to call it. It was Buck Rogers into the 25th century, I think. Well, I just call it Buck Rogers. And the actor who actually passed away about a month ago is Gil Gerard, or Jill Gerard. I don't know how you pronounce his name there. Season 1 was fun and campy. Season 2 was almost like a different show, which was different cast, different spaceship, different everything, but still fun. Number 4 was Doctor Who. Like, come on, who doesn't know that theme song here? That TV show has been around since the 60s, and they came up with a plan as to how to make the show continue, which actually works. But how to keep the show going after all these years, they came up with a brilliant way to do that. So that was number 4. Number 5, that was maybe a tough one. It's an Australia and a U.S. Or American collaboration, which is called Farscape. So if you watch Farscape, it's really original, really out there also. It's also got Muppets made by Jim Henson. Now, don't expect Kermit the Frog or Miss Piggy. No. Expect something like Dark Crystal, that type of, but even more evil. Like, after a while, you don't even see the Muppets anymore. You see them as characters. So that was one that, and again, as a teen, I was always aware of that show, that it existed, but it never played here, or not to my knowledge there. It played on Space Channel, but a lot later. And 2 of the cast members from Farscape went on to go to Stargate SG-1. But yeah, if you never checked out Farscape, I find it's one of the most original sci-fi shows out there. Next up, number 6 was Lex. That was a Canadian and German collaboration. Like Farscape, out there, but even more out there. But original also. Just the end product was a little cheap at times, I find there. But there's 4 seasons. I think the 3 seasons are great. For some reason, when I'm up to season 4, I kind of lose interest. I've never even finished season 4 till this day. So, but yeah, Lex, quite a different show again. Number 7 was the Netflix Marvel TV show Luke Cage, and when I said that, I know Luke Cage, which is Power Man, is black. Well, the theme song to me is really about Black Power or the Bronx type. It's got that type of a feel and attitude to it, and that's what I loved about it. Number 8 was Space 1999, which was starring Martin Landau, a very young, I think he was either just finished or going to go to Mission Impossible, the TV show. So he was on that. Like Buck Rogers, season 1 was fun and campy. Season 2, again, a little bit different. They wanted to change everything, and that's where you kind of lose. I don't know, if you like a TV show for on one season, then they go change the cast, and I don't know, kind of. Anyway, it had its great moments too there, but only lasted 2 seasons like Buck Rogers did. So that was number 8. Number 9, that is, like I said, a very deep cut when it comes to TV shows here. The Star Lost, which was a Canadian type of sci-fi show, extremely cheap. But if you ask me, that's one that should actually deserves a reboot, because the concept is that everybody is on, it's like it's an arc, okay, like an arc. It's like a big dome, but all these domes are all attached together, and it's a huge, when I say a huge spaceship, like it's big. Each dome is like a world, and they've been in space, lost for so long that these people now no longer realize they're on a spaceship heading towards a star. And there's a cast, going from world to world to try to fix this spaceship here, but it never got. It's only 1 season long, and again, I'm telling you right now, it's cheap, but the idea is probably one of the best sci-fi ideas I've ever seen there. So that was number 9, and number 10 is Todd and the Book of Pure Evil, which is basically the more hard rock, heavy metal show that would belong on this channel here. Again, this was just made for fun, guys. But I was so angry when this show got canceled. I really loved it. It's like comedy horror. Takes place in a high school, but it was so well written, so well developed, and everything worked. Great characters, by the way. And I always wonder, like, what's this about? And then it got canceled on another cliffhanger, and I was like, ah. And then it got rebooted almost 10 years later, maybe 5 to 10 years later, as a direct to DVD cartoon, which was okay. I know I liked the characters for what they brought to the table, and this TV show. I don't know. The cartoon it just didn't end well for me there, even though it was an ending there. So anyway, let me know if you enjoyed this type of just fun episode from time to time. I'm not always going to be doing this here, but again, it was music related. Let me know if you actually knew what these TV shows are or were. Some of them are. Doctor Who's still going on. I think that's about it. But anyway, let me know in the comments if you were aware of these TV shows. And if ever you want another episode like this, let me know in the comments too there. I won't be offended if you say no. Like I said, I just wanted to have something different, something fun, especially what's going on out there in the world. It's just like depressing as hell, and you get very angry watching the news. So anyway, on that note, with all this editing, I went and brought my glass back upstairs. I forgot to bring that back there. So anyway, on that note, have yourselves a great whatever, And we shall see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye bye.